What's going on, everybody? Brennan back again with another video, and today we are going on an adventure. So I am a baby when it comes to the cold, and yet that's exactly what I'm doing today. I am heading up to Big Bear Lake in California, in the freezing cold to go take some pictures. So here's a little bit of context. For the last week, it has been snowing like crazy, like record amounts of snow in California. Yosemite Valley's completely closed down, which hasn't happened, I think, for 20 years or something like that. I'm going up to Big Bear, which is not Yosemite Valley, but it's just outside of Los Angeles where I live. And I'm hoping to take some cool pictures of a winter wonderland. The thing is, I don't really own winter clothes. I'm not really prepared to go out in the snow. I have no idea how snowy it's gonna be, so all I have is jeans, which cotton doesn't do good when it gets wet, but screw it. And I have some boots. That's the best I got, so actually I should put on longer socks as well. Got these colorful ones, we'll wear those today. Now, I'm in a little bit of a rush because when I woke up this morning and I was planning on leaving around 11 o'clock, it's already like 10:45. I forgot that I wanted to film this intro before I left, and I still have to pack all of my film gear, so I want to show you guys what I'm planning on bringing. I don't want to bring too much because obviously I'm going to be hiking. I have these 4 lenses that I want to be able to fit in this bag. I don't think I can fit all these in here. I'm not sure if I should really bring the telephoto. This is a 70-200. I'm not sure if I should bring it. It's big, it's heavy, so maybe that one won't come. And I have no idea how deep the snow is going to be. I have no idea how icy it's going to be. Wait a minute here. Yeah, shit, maybe I'll just bring the backpack. So how do I want to store this stuff in here? You see that? Those white caps out there? That's where we're going. I'm excited. That's like the most snow I've seen on these mountains since I moved here 3 years ago. I'm a little nervous. I'm hoping that it's gonna be okay up there in the mountains. I seriously feel like I'm driving into Mordor right now. This is crazy. Just the vista all the way across from one side of the horizon to the other is just white mountains. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. What the hell?
It could be really treacherous. This whole trip might turn into a miserable failure if I can't, like if the snow is too deep to even hike through it.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
A miserable failure.
Well, that's a bummer. Trip is canceled. I just drove an hour and a half, got halfway there, and the roads are closed. It didn't say anything on the weather report or on maps about that. So, plans for the day canceled. I'm gonna have to do this trip another day. Okay, so it's been a month since that last video clip. What an epic failure, but I really didn't want to upload that video as it was without going on a photography trip. So today, it's springtime now, it's no longer winter, and I really want to see the wildflower super blooms in California. So, because of all the rain this year, which also caused all the snow up in Big Bear, also is causing a wildflower super bloom this year. So now that winter's over and I kind of missed my window for that, I really want to check out the wildflower super blooms and get some cool landscape photos. So I've brought the same kit as I was gonna bring to Big Bear. So yeah, let's without further ado, let's just freaking get there and take some pictures. I'll see you guys there. Wait, what? Closed Monday and Tuesday? Seriously? No! What the? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, everybody, Brendan here from the future. So, yeah, the second place was closed too, but as you can see from this clip, I did actually wind up finding a little spot that I could park and a hiking trail that I could walk that was open to the public on this Monday. So, yeah, it was kind of a shame because the location I was hoping to go to was like this lake view and it was supposed to be really beautiful. But there were still some wildflowers along this path that I could take a picture of. It just had to walk really far to get to them. So that is what I decided to walk towards, and it took like a good 30 minutes to get over there. For a while, I was just in complete disbelief, though, still. Like, how could two separate road trips to take pictures both result in closed roads that wouldn't allow me to get to where I wanted to go? So, crazy.
I drove 3 hours for a lake view, goddammit. Who would have thought it would be closed on a Monday? I was going to go yesterday, but I thought it would be too busy.
So, this was about the best location I could find for wildflowers, and of course, it was blocked by a fence. Yet another fence! Anyway, what I'm doing here is setting up my camera, just increasing the brightness of my screen because I had it dimmed down for an indoor photo shoot earlier. So, I found a little spot that I could step up on to get some photos over the fence. Really careful not to step on any of the flowers that were on this side of the fence. That's something that's really important for when you're doing nature and wildlife photography. And with these wildflower super blooms, it's sort of a shame that a lot of people who come to visit to see them don't respect the nature and the flowers, and they'll just trample on flowers and destroy the natural environment just to, you know, get an Instagram photo or whatever. And I did not want to be one of those people, even if it was just stepping on flowers on this side of the fence, you know? So, yeah, I got some photos over the fence and then through the wire a little bit. And here are some of the first few photos I took. So, yeah, just simple 40 millimeters, trying to expose as well as I could for the clouds to make sure I didn't blow those out. And yeah, it's amazing to me how saturated and brilliant, vibrant orange these flowers were. There was very little saturation push in post in those photos. So, first few photos turned out really well, and then, yeah, I basically just, for a couple hours, just wandered along this fence line, found a couple good vantage points, and this was my other technique of just, like, kind of squishing the lens against these holes in the fence to get closer up, lower angle photos. This is an example of one of those photos that I got, and, yeah, God, the orange of those flowers is just so good, and if you're photographing these flowers yourself this year, my recommendation would be try not to overexpose this orange color. When it's a little bit darker, when it's kind of a stop under is when that orange really pops. And when you have the sun on it, like in this angle here, backlit, it really gets like a bright yellow and it can blow out really easily. So if you really want to retain that vibrant, brilliant color, keep it dark or pull the colors back a little bit in post. So here's just some close-ups that I was getting, and you saw there I was having to kind of like hold the flower to keep it from blowing in the wind. But then I got an idea here. I was like, well, okay, if I do a slightly wider shot and increase my shutter exposure to get some motion blur, I can kind of take an advantage of the motion blur created from the wind and create a little bit more of a dynamic shot with some movement in it instead of something just still. I think, you know, a lot of photographers would probably think to just get as crisp, clean, sharp of an image as possible and reduce as much motion blur. But I don't know, like, to me, that's so much more dynamic and interesting, and with the motion blur, just, I don't know, it kind of makes you feel like this environment is alive, and it just feels a little bit more dramatic to me. So this was right outside of where I parked, and I loved this area because I did have a little more access to the flowers, although there weren't as many of them, and there was more of this like deserty, rocky kind of environment with the dark gray clouds in the background, and it just felt very moody to me and a little bit more on brand for the types of photos I like to take, you know, like moody lighting and dark clouds and things that just evoke a little bit more emotion. It's great to have photos of, you know, pretty flowers and stuff, but if you could find a way to create a little bit more emotion, a little bit more drama in those photos, and this is kind of what I came up with, and I really like the feel of this, like the happy, bright flowers against a really dark background. It's pretty cool. So that's the end of this video. I'll leave you with a photo of some daisies as well. I think these are daisies. But But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was pretty crazy. It felt like I was cursed a little bit trying to create this YouTube video for you guys, but I made it happen. I hope you enjoyed some of the photos, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.